Hi everyone, my name is Jen Edwards and I'm an art therapist. I go to different places including the Madison Heights Active Adult Center where I lead an artist therapy class. I know it's been a difficult time for everyone, but art is a great way to calm your mind and focus on positive things. It also keeps you busy. Today I have a fun project that you can do with a toilet paper roll or a paper towel roll, some scissors, a ruler, a pen, some squeeze glue, a button or a poof ball, and some string, and also a piece of cardboard or newspaper to put underneath. And we'll be creating a flower that you can hang. And it has 8 petals. Some are thicker and some are thin. This is a thick one, and then the thin one. So it's thick, thin, thin, thick. I used a button and a poof ball so that I could show you what they would look like. But you can have just one middle piece, or you could have no middle pieces if you like. You don't have to be an artist to make this, and there's no right or wrong way to do it because it's your flower. Okay, here we go. Okay, so the first thing you're gonna do is gonna take your toilet paper roll and just flatten it. Okay. And then you're gonna take your ruler and mark off the places that we're gonna be cutting with your pen. I have one that I already put the marks on, so I'll show you. And I did it on both sides so that I can just cut straight across and have somewhere to cut to. So I'll show you. I drew 4 1/2-inch spaces and 4 1/4-inch spaces on both ends. It doesn't have to be exact, and you'll probably end up with a little bit extra. So 4 1/2-inch spaces and 4 1/4-inch spaces on both ends. And then you just cut across. So that's the extra. When I cut them all out, I'll have 8 pieces. But you could have less than that. I would have at least 5. But you could have more than that too. So it's up to you. Every flower is different. Okay. So here's one of my 1/2-inch pieces. And here's one of my 1/4-inch pieces. For the next part, I found that it's easiest if you're looking down on your workspace. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take the thicker pieces. So I have 4 thick pieces and 4 thin pieces. So here's my thick pieces. Put those to the side. And basically we're going to be kind of arranging, almost like putting a puzzle together. Okay, so let's take our glue and we're just going to put some kind of on the bottom half on both sides. This Elmer's glue works really good. It's like an glue multi-purpose glue. Okay, so I'm going to do that to all my pieces, all my thicker pieces. I'm going to put some glue on the bottom half. And I won't attach these ones yet. You'll see. You'll see why. Okay, just laying them out. So I got one more to put the glue on. So I did both sides, and I'm just kind of arranging them. I'm making a cross with them, but they're not touching yet. Okay, now we're going to take the other pieces, the thinner pieces, and we're going to do the same thing, except we're going to attach them to the bigger ones one at a time. So I put the glue on, just that bottom half. Okay, and now we're going to hook them together. Okay, so each one at a time. So I'm going in between the ones that we did, the bigger ones that we did. So I do have a pattern here. I have the thick, thin pieces. They're all coming together. One more. And I'm leaving a hole in the middle. At least for this pattern. If I was doing a different pattern, maybe I would connect them. You could do that with yours. You can make them all come together in the middle. But this pattern, I'm just leaving a space. So here's what we got. So they're glued together in these in-between areas. Okay, take your time. If you're using squeeze glue like me, it takes a while to dry, so that gives you time to kind of play with your pieces. And you can add a little bit more glue to the parts where they connect if you want, just to give it a little extra. And when it dries, they'll just dry clear. The glue will dry clear, so you won't see it. I just added a little bit of glue on the in-between area. Okay, so the next part, just kind of push it a little bit just to make sure it doesn't get stuck to your paper. And then this is a good time to take a break so that it can dry. It takes about an hour, so you got to be patient. Okay, so we're just gonna let that one dry, and I'm going to bring out another one that I already did and the glue dried. See? You can't see those little globs anymore. Okay, so that's what it looks like when it all dries. And what we're going to do is we're going to take the string. So that string, and it can be yarn or ribbon. And I'm gonna pick where the top is gonna be. I think it's gonna be this one. So just bring your string in, and I'm gonna bring the two ends together. Got a little hung up. Since it's dry, it's okay. But if it was still wet, you would have to be really careful so that your pieces don't fall apart. So, okay, I'm just tying them together. Okay, something like that. And you can make another knot too, so that it's closer to the flower if you want. Okay, so now show you the sample again, because I'm going to show you how to attach the button and the little poof ball. I'll do both of those so that you know how to do it. And so what we'll do is if you're going to have a button, use this one. If you're going to have a button, you're going to want to put some glue on the raised pieces, so the big ones. And I'm going to put just a little bit of glue on those points. Something like that. I don't know if you can see the glue. And I'm going to take my button, and I'm going to put some glue on the bottom of that button. And I'm just going to sit it right on top. Something like that, okay? And when it dries, you won't see that glue. When that glue dries, you won't see it in there. Okay? Oh, and if you use a clear button, it's the glue might show through your button, just so you know, like if you have a clear one. Okay, so I'm just going to flip it over so I can show you how to do poof ball. So the poof ball, now the bigger your hole is, the bigger poof ball you can put in there. I have a pretty small one. It's only like a ½ inch, so I'm going to put a smaller poof ball in. So what you do is you take your glue and just kind of dab it inside. Doesn't take a lot. So you take that and then just squeeze it in there. It's a little bit sticking out. All right. When this dries, feel free to paint it, color it. You could use markers on here, or you can add glitter glue to your flower and then just hang it. I really hope that you enjoyed this project, and I hope that it helped you relax with everything that's going on right now. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you at the next artist therapy class. For now, stay safe and be happy.